When people pitch you their AI, it really might be brilliant. But if the data feeding it is 12 hours old, it doesn't matter. The recommendations are already behind. Customer behavior doesn't wait for an overnight sync. A basket gets abandoned, a subscription lapses, someone books a trip. Those signals appear, and then they disappear just as fast. Most platforms were built for batch processing. They weren't designed for this. So the AI layer gets added on top, but the architecture underneath is still running on yesterday's snapshot. That's not a model problem, that's a data freshness problem. Zeki AI works directly from Dengage's live customer data layer, not a scheduled sync, so it uses the actual profile that's updated in real time. So when the intelligence makes a call, it's calling on what's happening right now, not last night. This is something you'll probably recognize. You describe the audience you want. Customers who bought in the last 30 days but haven't opened an email this week. Simple enough. Except now you need to find someone who can write the query. Or you submit a ticket to the data team. Or you try to rebuild it manually using whatever segments already exist inside the platform. Meanwhile, the moment passes. Segment Shaper in Dengage lets marketers describe audiences in plain language, exactly like that. No SQL, no waiting. The audience is built inside the platform, ready to activate directly into your campaign workflow. The data team still controls the connections, just one setup. And after that, marketers can self-serve with no IT dependency.
There's a study from eMarketer that found that when consumers recognize AI-generated content, they trust the brand behind it significantly less. Which is a fascinating problem, because every brand is now using the same tools, generating content at the same speed, at the same scale. When everyone has access to identical capabilities, what actually separates you? The answer has to be better context, knowing who to engage, when the moment is right, and what that particular person actually needs. This is where predictive intelligence matters more than generative. It's easy to produce more, but it's way harder to produce something relevant. Dengage approaches this as intelligence that works alongside marketers, not instead of them. Brand voice and human judgment still matter, maybe even more than before. The brands that earn trust from AI will be the ones who understood their customers well enough to get the timing right.
I read a stat in our latest blog that shocked me. McKinsey found that 88% of organizations now use AI in at least one business function, but only 6% report meaningful bottom line value from it. That gap is enormous, and it's not because the models are bad. It's because most platforms are still treating AI as a feature layer on top of infrastructure that was never designed for it. The AI surfaces an insight. The marketer rebuilds the segment, configures the journey, moves across 3 different tools, and launches manually. The intelligence is there, but the action isn't connected to it. Zeki AI is embedded inside Dengage's workflow. The insight doesn't live in a separate dashboard, it connects directly to the audience, the campaign, the execution. This is how you close the gap between a recommendation and a result.
There's an idea that AI will simply do more things faster, and that will be enough. It's not true. And I think most marketers already sense that. When every brand is producing content at AI speed, the volume of messaging goes up, but relevance doesn't follow. If anything, irrelevant messages are becoming more obvious, more frequent, and more damaging to the relationships brands are trying to build. There's also a governance question that needs attention. Forrester has warned about billions being lost through ungoverned generative AI. The EU AI Act is asking harder questions about accountability. Marketers need to understand how decisions are being made, and they need to be able to intervene. One of the challenges marketing automation brings is the bigger you scale, the harder it becomes to see what's actually happening. Campaigns are running, journeys are firing, and decisions are being made. If a pattern changes, or a data quality issue emerges, or customer behavior moves in an unexpected direction, you might not find out until it's already in the metrics. Dengage built smart insights for exactly that problem. It monitors campaign performance and customer behavior and surfaces unusual patterns early, before they have the chance to affect results more broadly. This isn't about adding more dashboards to check. It's about giving teams enough visibility to stay confident as they scale. The teams that scale well with AI will be the ones who stayed close enough to the data to know when something needed their attention.